How much money do you think a guy should make per year?
300K, everything. 500K?
Mills, shit. Okay.
Yeah, I just wanna rollie for my diamonds. You should have for rocks, fill my pockets, me and all my friends. You should purchase ice from my wrist, so I look better when I'm dancing. That persistence will never stop worshiping. I just want some rollie.
You just want to embarrass me, and not gonna happen, Brian.
Ah, that better be good enough. Yes, we found it. Hello again, I'm Jay, and this is whatever. Whatever, yeah? Yeah. Right, yeah. Whatever, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, because I already know what you're gonna ask me, and I'm just gonna tell you this now.
Hold on.
Google.
Oh,
You can look
Google.
up Google.
Oh, Google.
But it's not my job to school you on something that you should have learned in school. Women have been oppressed, and women still are oppressed.
Immediately with the petty. Oh, Google. That'll tell me the answer. Google. Okay. Okay. Let me start immediately by saying this. I'm not taking anyone's side on this. Everyone here is dumb. Like all of them. See, when people do this, it redirects. It's like, oh, let me just take away the... Well, granted, you know, even if this lady wasn't spewing a bunch of nonsense, like, the people on the other side of the table aren't gonna give you anything better. You guys greeting me? We're talking about the oppression of women. Oh, no. No. You're gonna squeak that like no other. If you go to school and your teacher's teaching you something and you ask them a question, they get offended, like and related to the thing that they're teaching you, and they get offended because like they just don't want to explain or they don't want to give you more in context. It's like, then why are you here teaching? You're supposed to let us know things if this is the thing that you're trying to get us to know, but you're just like, nah, there's only so, just, you should know the answer already. I shouldn't have to like explain it to you, even though I'm the one trying to make a contention. I'm the one trying to make an argument. Dude, no. Get out of here. Get out of here. You're gonna squeak right in front of the YouTubes? Nobody squeaks. It's just funny to see how they try to like rank and do stuff like, okay, now we have to determine who's up here and who's down here so that this person up here could always just keep shitting on this person down here. When in all reality, like, there's somebody who's all the way up here shitting on everyone. That everyone just pretends like, where's the shit coming from? Like, where's the shit coming from? Is it you piece of shit? Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. And then keeps like, it's raining diarrhea, and then they just beat each other up underneath the diarrhea storm. Like, you all get it wrong.
Isn't that interesting? So who's really oppressed then?
Oh my God, Brian.
Brian. Oh my God, Brian.
Yeah, I just don't know exactly how to, like, why do you want me to explain that? That's what I'm getting.
Well, I
like,
mean, you've used a word, you ought to be able to...
Yeah, you're just putting me on the spot. You just want to embarrass me, and I'm to tell you this now, it's not going to happen, Brian.
This is intentional. I think he knew that this person was dumb, and he wanted to bring them on so they can get views. At whatever. Brian, you're not gonna put me on the spot, Brian. Brian, I know what you're doing. Brian, it's not just at whatever.
I already know what this is about. We talked about this last podcast, so why do you want to bring it up again?
Well, we didn't really talk about it.
Okay, well, I'm not going to say anything else because it's not my job to school you and educate you, Brian.
Oh. Brian, if this were a chess match, you just got checkmated. Idiot! Whew! Go get him, girl. Fuck Brian up. Him and his sour cream ass, frickin' greaser jacket looking ass, frickin' clean cut, frickin' head molded ass looking like a G.I. Joe character because of his hair. I'm just pulling.
But let me ask you a question. Can we engage in this?
I don't want to, Brian.
Hold on.
I didn't even want to come
Stop
here
interrupting.
in the first place.
Then why did you... Oh, clout. Right. I didn't want to be here. But I get a lot of views. And I'm probably going to get a lot of followers off this. I mean, yes. Her getting offended by like that is his intention. Obviously. If you've never heard of this, if you're aware of what this is, that is obviously his intention. It is to make you look bad. But here you are. Oh, I can't resist them numbers. No sympathy. You don't get any.
We can have a... Can you stop interrupting?
Dude, that's how you oppress a bitch. Stop interrupting! If we're gonna have a stop. If we're gonna have a conversation, don't look over there. Look at me. If we're gonna have a conversation.
I just don't want to answer it, Brian. Can
Well,
you respect that?
Totoro super chatted $50.
They just made $100 in like 30 seconds. That's what I'm talking about. It's a dystopian hellscape. These guys are making lots of money by doing this. None of these people are oppressed. None of these people. Because they all have opportunity. But it's funny how you're talking to her as if she's like she's the source. She's simply the harbinger of the mindless diarrhea, right? She brings you the diarrhea. She's the one that synthesizes the diarrhea. She's the messenger. Shoot the messenger, that's fine. You get views for it.
It's true. So many, like, why would I have to explain it to you, Brian? Like, just be respectful. I'm not gonna say anything more about it because I feel uncomfortable talking about it.
Oh, I love the girl in the corner. I have something to say. Please. Yeah.
Let's make it spicy or whatever. Like, let's get you heated because he knows that's gonna get him good revenue.
And this is...
He knows that.
She's right. He is trying to get views, but like, you're on the spot now. You're in the hot seat. Like, use it. Take advantage of it. State your voice. Like, share your opinion. But like, you know, this lady, she's dumb, so she doesn't know what she's talking about. But like, someone who was more intelligent, right? Let yourself get put on the hot spot, and just swing. Take everyone down. You know, you're already there. Splat. Like, just kill them all. You know.
I don't want to.
Because I'm not going to.
Bro, this is a bunch of like incels. I don't want to. They're
Okay,
not
first
gonna
off, don't
listen
insult
to
my
me.
audience. They're not incels.
Uh-oh. Let's go. Come on. Come on, bitch. I'm Brian. You think you could... You think you could take me? I'm whatever. You're none ever.
But it's not for the benefit of other men. In fact, they've actually done studies on this.
It's for the benefit of themselves. Oh, studies. Wait, hold on. What study?
Men have an out-group bias. So men have an out-group bias for women, whereas women have an in-group bias for other women. In other words, the sisterhood.
Cool words that you're throwing around. Citation, please. Instead of just saying there were studies. You got like 3 laptops. You got a stupid ass soundboard. You got a laptop, which isn't even... It's off. Your laptop's off. How can there... I mean, diarrhea is more like viscous, right? There can't be multiple sides, right? So it's like a poop, right? A poop that comes out. You have one side, the Brian side, and then you have the other side, the lady side. You don't even know the name. Brian's like the only guy who has like a name out of all these. I mean, they probably called him by the name. I just wasn't paying attention. But I always just hear Brian, right? You can't do that to me, Brian. I see what you're doing, Brian. You're walking me into a trap, Brian. You're trying to oppress me, Brian. You can just make up anything in life. It's crazy. Nothing matters, dude. There's no God. You can do whatever the hell you want. Words just are sounds we make with our faces. And the words, the meaning that you apply to them, it's all abstract. You can do whatever the hell you want. And they're doing at whatever they want. Men have to do this and women aren't allowed to do that because they have to do other stuff because they're women. Oppression. What else do you call that? Roles. It's out of survival. We have to survive. We have to work as a team in the modern civilized society where everyone can be an individual and contribute in their own way to society. But ignore all that. Let's just pretend so we can tell ourselves these cool things, right? Good hardworking men that are just looking out for everyone, that are trying to keep everyone safe and protect and provide for their families. Oh, it sounds so good. Oh, I love that. Oh, yes. Dude. It feels so good to be a human. Dude, I'm just doing what I think I'm supposed to do, and it's right. It's just right, you know?
Yeah.
Men are, it's a biological reality. Men are physically stronger than women.
Therefore, all women are worthless and incapable in a combat scenario because men are stronger. So therefore, only these guys and not those guys. That's your argument. Unless you're willing to say otherwise. Like, you ever hear of training? Yeah. It's a crazy, crazy concept, I know. Being able to improve yourself and be, like, useful and capable, despite whatever crazy concept, I know.
you cannot leave Ukraine if you are a man between the ages of 18 and like 60 or 65.
Yeah. Oppression. Dude, you're right. You're both right. So what are you disagreeing here on? Who's more oppressed? Screw all of you. Screw all of you. You don't care about progress. You care about reinforcing your feelings. All of you. Jesus Christ, people. Honestly. My God. Everyone gets screwed. Everyone. And you get screwed in specific ways based on arbitrary factors. Like, yet we want to argue who, you know, whoever those arbitrary factors apply to is worse based on random just, oh, this demographic, oh, this guy's, oh, this. It's just ways that we treat each other. That on top of all the heinous crap that we make each other do and do to each other, it's like, god damn, what a disgusting species, man. Grotesque. Evil.
While all the women in Ukraine, actually I matched with some girls on Tinder, like when the shit was heavy as in Ukraine, when Kiev was getting scorched up.
Dude, when fucking shit was fucking and shitting and shitting and fucking and just fucking, dude, this bitch on Tinder, just shitting and fucking, just shitting everywhere. I mean, immediately after America started fisticuffs with Russia, right, for however long. Oh, we're gonna die! Oh, no, we're not gonna die. Oh, shit, we're all gonna explode and kill each other. Oh, you better not build those bombs because we're building these bombs. And it's a joke. Our species is a joke.
I would say y'all fought for equality for the longest time, and then society overcorrected.
Y'all. She didn't do anything. She's just regurgitating the stuff other people told her. Same way that you guys didn't do anything to help build society. Or like any of those strong, intelligent, hardworking men to provide for them. You're just here reaping the benefits of other people's work. Same way that these women that are sitting across from you are reaping the benefits of the ideas that they've inherited. It's funny, right? How animals that are all on the same level try to like pedestalize each other and then look down. It's like you're all worthless, all of you. I mean, we could just keep arguing, right, about this mindless crap. Who's got it worse, right? Over stuff that directly only, you know, affects these people, right? These people don't have to worry about whether or not they're gonna have food on the table, or if they have clean drinking water, or if they're gonna get like invaded or something by Americans.
And just to add to this thing, women were absolutely oppressed, but as were men. I don't want to make it a competition.
Finally, Brian, we could have avoided all of this, dude. I guess the point of the podcast, it's just at whatever, you know? But why didn't you say that at the beginning? I mean, is it so that there'd be that air of contention, right? The disagreement? That's the answer.
Nanny, you probably don't have to explain yourself to the kids you care for.
Yeah, that chat thing is literally only there just so that the girls get roasted by people. Substantiate them. You're just saying that they're wrong, but you're not like arguing. You're just saying they're wrong. You can't go around saying things, unsubstantiated claims. Of course you can. She's on the podcast and you aren't, and you're paying to get your opinion on the podcast. The podcast that you're watching, you're spending time watching, instead of working on yourself and improving. Man.
God bless you.
Yo, Martin, thank you, man.
Yo, Martin, thanks for the free money. And keep giving us your free money because, you know, we like money and it grants us a life of autonomy. We want to become part of that demographic that isn't oppressed by the ultra wealthy, right? We want to just like be void of it. You guys, you know, you figure it out, you know. I don't know. I feel like that show or that podcast is solely just a symptom of the current times, you know. There's all sorts of podcasts like that. Other ones of which are considerably worse. You probably know what I'm talking about, huh? Hmm? Fresh and funky. What you know about podcasting? What you know about at whatever? It's just at whatever, you know. It's just in a crooked frame. That's the charger pulling it back. Okay, could you just, all right, let's, oh yes, professional filmmaker.
I won't have you question my methods.
Alrighty, dog. see this? Ugh. Read this title with me. She only wants equality when it benefits her? Heated debate? You seem like you were in perpetual confusion. So I will grant you your leave.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Let's see if we can organically stumble across some interesting topics of... This isn't a conversation. This is just me talking at you, at a phone.
Yo, Modest, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. I didn't even see that. I just was too busy introducing. Modest Jicama donated $200 to say Andrew W. Is that like the guy? Is that Andrew? The guy with the greasy guy? The greasy mob looking... Why are we pretending men and women are the same and letting men who identify as women to literally take over women's sports? It is literally Looney Tune land. Panel, do you live in Looney Tune? You paid $200 to say that? Man, Brian, I gotta say, your audience is really dumb. But hey, you figured it out, right? Don't make fun of my audience, I'm Brian. I'll kill you. They're the ones that pay my rent. And exponentially so. You just made $200 in a second. So, actually, I'm guessing that the greaser mob guy is, let me guess, he's probably right-leaning, he's probably religious, and he probably has a lot of traditional values. I'm just guessing that before. I haven't seen this video. I saw the title and I watched, I think, like, a few seconds, and I was like, okay. it's at, like, whatever, and we're gonna witness it. We're gonna witness whoever at whatever doing shit. Fuck.
Even if the girl doesn't meet submissive feminine
I mean, he doesn't
qualities.
have to. It's his prerogative, but I think it's still congruent with feminism.
Two things. If you're the one choosing between all these people approaching you, then the person approaching you is not really the one with the options. Secondly, shut up. Like, I guarantee you, like, come on. He brought this person on knowing full well that this is probably the nonsense they were going to say, right? That's just entirely hypocritical and ironic, right? How you're a feminist and you are pushing for egalitarianism, quote unquote. You're not. You're pushing for supremacy, a lot of people who label themselves as such, especially in the Western world. How you are pushing for that, supposedly, yet you demand the male specifically falls within their gender roles, their specified gender roles, while you don't have to do anything. The answer's, it's obvious, right? What the problem is with that. But I feel like what's less obvious is the intention as to why this person's on the show, right? Because Brian's got a community, he's got a... it's just whatever.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
It's at whatever.
Okay,
they
well,
still
just
have
given the
sex.
idea of like a goal of a relationship, which is typically that you're dating to have kids.
Again, like it's like these are other people's, you don't have to, you can do whatever you want. There's this crazy thing about life, right? Anything goes, anything happens, and usually everything does happen. You can do whatever the hell you want. Why are you sitting here telling me you have to define your life, the way you view things through this specific lens, just because other people view this thing a certain way? Who cares? Who cares? Just do your thing. Just find someone who also agrees with you on doing that particular thing. Boom. Like, is this, you're just like haphazard rationalizations for like your poorly defined standards, your hypocritical, backwards, mindless nonsense, dude. Come on. They look like I would say discount Sniper Wolf, but Sniper Wolf already kind of looks like discount. So this person looks, I can't tell if they look a little more real. It's hard to tell. Their face is their head's a little bit too nicely shaped for me to believe.
Do you want a guy to pay for the first date?
I don't want them, but I think this is a great indication of where they are in life.
More expectation. You don't have to, but if you don't, it'd be a reflection of whether or not you got your shit together, right? Because I'm a female, right? And you're a male, and I judge you based on your performance, and what I consider to be performance is how much money you make. So if you just don't like, you don't have to, but if you don't, you don't have your shit together. Like, you're just nothing. Gross. That's entitlement right there. What do you do? Well, what's your purpose? I mean, like, clearly it's not about who you are, and it's not about the connection, it's not about how well you get along if you're expecting this person to do this particular thing.
So it would be a negative if a guy wanted to split the bill.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for being honest. Thank you, right? So we don't gotta dig through your stupid crap and all these mindless sounds you're making with your mouth. You can just show how you're dumb, right? Thank you for putting that up front. Now we can, like, make progress.
It's 50-50, but, like, for my goals of, like, I want a big family, like...
Emphasize big. I like them big. No, it's just, wow, it's our role, you know? Otherwise, the society will collapse. Men and women have to be men and women. Men can't dress up like women. Women can't look like... That's just not, like, nature, man, because nature cares about us. Nature built things in a way for them to just work. I mean, like, look at all this cool stuff, right? Doesn't it make sense how we breathe through the same orifice that we consume food? Doesn't that make sense? Doesn't it make sense how men have one of the most, like, fragile parts of their bodies dangling on the outside, covered by a thin freaking sack that can just immobilize them if you just tick. Yeah, because, yeah, let's just, yeah. Giraffes, great for survival. Yeah, that neck's gonna help you run away. I mean, you could reach those leaves up in that tree, and those are some good tasty leaves. But what good is that when you're getting mauled by 7 lions that are just climbing up your neck and just ripping you open? That's nature. It's just supposed to happen, you know? There's a purpose to everything, right? Ugh. It's just, yeah. Primates trying to, like, understand the whatever the hell's going on.
If it was a nice last name, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? Would you take your husband's last name?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Would you take a break from eating? Naughty.